back to Blazing Blooms, and today we're seeding our annuals and our vegetables. So we have our 72 cell seed tray here. And what's great about this is it allows us to water from the bottom instead of from the top. When you water from the top, you get moisture on the leaves and it promotes disease. It also, when you're watering early, it can kind of knock your seeds around. They can end up in different trays. So it's this will be a much better process of going about starting the seeds. And then we got a grow light this year. So nothing fancy, it's just a $40 shop light. What's important when you buy a light is that it's at least 5,000 Kelvin and 6,000 lumens, 7,000 lumens, or anything within 1,000 of those numbers really will get you a good source of light in there to get you started. You can spend more money on a more expensive system that's a full spectrum bulb, but they are substantially more money. So just whatever you can afford and what you what you got time for is the best process. So anyway, we're going to get started by getting the dirt put into the cells. You want to make sure to pack it down, leave a little gap up top or a little space up top for you to come back and fill some dirt over the top after you put your seeds in. And then they'll be watered and they'll be placed under the light, and in about a week they should be good and sprouted, and hopefully the light's doing its job and giving it enough energy to grow. But we'll be doing updates periodically and as every week basically as they're growing, and then so just make sure to follow along and see how everything goes. So let's get started, okay? So I'm gonna use my gloves just to not get my hands so dirty, and then I've got a small little garden shovel here to help kind of get it out. You want to make sure that your soil is wet before you do this. You don't want to put dry soil in there, because when you try to water, it'll actually push the soil up from its cells. Because it's dry, it won't take on water. It'll just let the water. It'll push it away. So make sure to pre-wet your soil. Alright, so we've got our dirt in the tray. What we're going to do next is we're going to get to seeding. You're going to want to make sure that you put 2 to 3 seeds per cell to make sure that you're going to get good germination in each cell. You don't waste any. Other than that, it's pretty simple. And then once the seeds are in, we'll put some dirt on it, place them under the light, and we'll wait. It's a waiting game after that. I expect them to be under the light for the next 5 to 6 weeks. So, and that'll be, our last frost date will be March 21st. So, just be aware of that. You don't want to put these out before then. That's too large of a chance that it'll get hit by frost. And that's just your average last frost date. There may be, it may hit a frost after it. So you just want to pay attention to the weather. So let's get to it. Quick note, you want to make sure that whenever you're seeding, you want to label as you're going, because you don't want to get it mixed up ahead of time. And make sure you're using a fade-resistant marker under the UV lights. Otherwise, you're not going to know what it was when you labeled it. Anyway, so let's just go and get back to it. Alright, so we've got our seeds in the cells, and I just wanted to just kind of show everybody like the different varieties. We got our tomatoes up front. We've got Big Boy tomato. We have a Brandywine tomato right here in the second tray, and you can see the difference just between the two tomato seeds. It's got these large white seeds with these and then you have these smaller brown seeds. And then right behind it, we have a row of lettuce here, romaine lettuce. And we have some cucumbers here. Cucumbers don't normally like being, I'm told, don't like being started inside of cells. They prefer being sown into the ground. However, I always want to try stuff, so we're going to try to do it this way, and then we're also going to seed them in the ground after first frost, or last frost, sorry. And then we have a moonflower. I was given this moonflower from a friend, so I wanted to get that started up right here. And then we have some big, gigantic sunflowers that we're going to try as well, see how they do. But at this point, we're going to cover them up with dirt and get them under the light. Okay, so we're going to just top this off, and you want to be a little bit gentler when you're topping it off because you don't want to smear any of the seeds around. So you just kind of want to drop the dirt in and don't push it around any. You really don't need much dirt on top. Some people don't even cover them and they still get germination. I just kind of like to have a little weight on top of the seeds so they don't move around. Not that they would. Okay, all this left is we're going to shove it under the light and on its shelf, and we wait. Actually, we need to put some water in it. When you put water in this, you only want to fill it up 1/4 of the way at most, and then you want to see how everything kind of wicks up. With it being this wet like it is right now, I won't see it, but I'll just have to monitor it over the next few days and see how it goes. All right, everybody, so that's where it's going to rest, under the light. Wanted to kind of give everybody a look at what the light fixture looked like. Again, I'll leave a link in the comment if you're interested in the light. Follow along and we'll see how it does. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe to catch the next episode. See you next time. Bye.